What's happening, everybody? It's Yipuya, the first slump. It is Sudamericana action today. 2 legs against an Argentinian former giant, I suppose. One of the bigger teams in Argentina, Independiente. Question is, we beat them over 2 legs. We go to the finals. That is what it is. Episode 15 of the South American Tour. Hope you guys are enjoying it. Let's... Welcome back, folks. It's a Friday, if you're watching us on Friday, because it's getting released on a Friday. It's Friday, and it is time for some Suda Copa America. That's right, we've got 2 big games coming up, both in the Super Copa America. Just something very interesting, though. We have never won this tournament. We have never, ever won it. We've won the Libertadores 5 times. We've never won the Suda Copa America, so... it is something that I want to add onto my list. Of course, the Coca-Cola Conference, we won 51 times, picking up the 1 extra trophy in that one coming up. Hopefully, Copa Uruguaya, which is the competition that we're currently in, we've only ever won it once in our history, which is weird, to say the least. Yeah, so that's something interesting to just point out that we've only won. I don't think the tournament's been around for much long, has it? Since 2022, so we've only won it once in a couple of years' time, but it's nice to compete, I guess, eh? It is. Anyway, it is time to give you some feedback on since our last game. We did beat Bella Vista. We took on Boston River in the quarterfinals, beat them 3-2. Very easy game, I feel. Don't let the scoreline really fool you. It was 2-2, and then it was 2-1, actually. In the 90th minute, Pinheiro scored a goal. And then in the 92nd minute, Franco Gonzalez scored a goal. But I know I say it, look, I felt as comfortable as ever in this game. And I just think the only 2 shots they had was the fact that they got the goal. And the rest of us, we were just dominating. We were cruising. I made some maybe questionable swaps. Gonzalez, coming from his injury, came on, scored a goal. I was happy. Against Cerro Largo, we beat them 3-0. Darius, Silveira, and Skunka all getting some goals in there. Skunka coming off the bench for Alonso to play on that wing side, just to give him some game time. Today, we're taking on Independiente from Argentina. The 2 games here, you'll notice that we have drawn Nacional in the Uruguayan semi-final leg. I'm not going to do those games, just based on the fact that we have seen Nacional way too many times already. They are our arch rivals, I understand that, but I've literally got to play them 3 times in the space of basically 2 weeks. I don't want to do that on camera. So we will talk about next video at the end of this video, but Independiente is who we're taking on. In Argentina, they play at the Libertadores de America Ricardo y Bochini Stadium in Avellaneda in Argentina. Not doing well in the Argentinian league. They're currently 2nd in the Group B phase, but overall, you can see overall they're currently 2nd, but you can see the point difference. So the way this works is the 2 teams get split up into groups in Group A and Group B. You can see there, Group A, Group B, and then the winners, or the top 4 of each group, go then to the quarterfinals and then semifinals and then so on and so on for the Copa de Liga Professional. It's the Argentinian league is a very weird thing because you have the group stage in the beginning, like I said, then you go to quarterfinals, semifinals, finals, and it's, yeah, anyone can, literally, you just need to be in the top 4 in your group, and you could come 4th in Group B and still win the league because it doesn't matter about your results. Yeah, it's weird. But anyway, this is the team that is starting for us. We're going to have Rodriguez in goals as well. Rosso comes back on the right. Guzman Fernandez in the center. Kumana on the left. Ryan is fit enough to play, but only 45 minutes. I don't want to risk him. I'm going to keep him off the bench for a bit. Leonardo, Lucas Monero in the midfield, been absolutely fantastic. Leonardo's kind of come back in his place and earned his right to be there as the Mazzala. 12 assists for him. Lucas Monero, 31 goal contributions in total. Best player in our squad, no doubt about it. We do need to talk about the monster that is Maximiliano Silveira, though. 42 goals this season. He scored 27 goals in 27 league games, and the rest has come from continental football and cup competition. Just to give you an idea, in the Libertadores, he scored 5 goals. In the Sudamerica, 9 goals in 4 games for the Sudamerica. And in the cup competition, 5 in 6 games. So he has just been absolutely beast mode when it comes to playing up front. I have played him once as a left mid, scored a goal. I was like, cool, he's great. So 42 goals for us. In fact, our closest to him is Monero with 21, then Morea with 18, Alonso with 12, and Gonzalez all with 10. That's 5 players with double DGs, which makes me a little bit happier. I am just a tad sad that the likes of Darius is struggling to really break into those top 10 goals. Playing a couple of games on that right-hand side as attacking midfielder as well. He has struggled a little bit, but I need to give just a quick little shout-out to Michael Oliveira. He's come in, 18 years old, playing as an understudy to Morea, bring him on as a sub a few times. He's already scored 3 goals in 9 games. Shout-out to him. He has been absolutely great when coming there. We do also have Gaston Gonzalez, who I want to give a little bit more game time to. He's the only one of the youngsters that we haven't really tried out in positions. Even the likes of Kevin Gonzalez have had an option, and he was not good at all, by the way. Definitely not someone we're going to be relying on much further, I think. But anyway, let's go to the game. I've spoken enough. First game is at home. Big game. We need to win it. I want to win the Sudamerica. I want to win at least one continental trophy. And this is a great opportunity to win a trophy that the club has never won before. They're going for that little diamond formation, which has proven to be quite valuable for us in the past. We've scored a couple of goals, especially if we exploit the wings. Let's hope we can do that now. The kickoff is underway. And there is a corner for Independiente. They're playing in the white. They've scored a goal. Kevin Matilla. Well, yeah. 4 minutes in, and we're already 1-0 down. This is going to be fun. Okay, well, that goes against everything that I had planned in my head. I was going to say we are going to do well. We're going to look for the overlaps. I was even going to say we've been pretty good when it comes to corners. And, yeah, that's something. We've got a free kick now. Rosso. Still a lot of time to bounce back, though. Gonzalez to Monero. We do have Silveira, whose 42 goals cannot be unspoken about. Monero with 21 goals. Leonardo with 16 assists. Try to bring in Monero. Silveira's through. The poaching ability of Maximiliano Silveira has just been absolutely brilliant. That is his 43rd goal. Look at the instinct the striker had. He put the ball to Morea. He tried. I'm not sure what Leonardo was doing, but Guy deflected it into the middle. The keeper was left stranded. Silveira, the first one to react, and it is in the back of the net. There's another highlight. I should actually watch the game. Guzman with the clearance to Costa. Costa looking for options, trying to bring them down. So Jimenez Rojas in the back post, and he scores. Referees, I saw the linesman raise his flag. I think that's offside. I saw the flag raise. So it's not going to count. He didn't look offside from my angle, at least. Where was he? Number 14? Yeah, he was offside. Question marks over Rodriguez's goalkeeping ability there, though. He just stood like that's all he did. Rodriguez now to Guzman. Looking for options. Finds Rosso. To Gonzalez Franco. Goes through his man easily and then gives it straight away. Rosso. Guzman looking for options. Goes wide to Alonso. Good ball to Canara. Leonardo looking for Silveira. Smashed it across the crossbar. But it wouldn't have counted either way because he was in an offside position. Of course, the other semi-final that we have is Botafogo taking on Boca Juniors. So good save from Ray there. That was a good attempt from Alonso rather. Alonso with the corner now. Kumana was trying to look for it, couldn't get a header. Not known for his headering ability, Kumana. So yeah, it's actually nice to see that there's, I suppose, at least one Argentinian team could make it to the finals with Boca Juniors or Independiente. Johan Kumana, though, is going to say no to this Argentinian team. The Venezuelan scores only his second goal of the season. Somehow found himself in a little bit more space than usual on that left-hand side. The narrow formation may be playing a role here, but Ray tried to get a hand to it. He couldn't. Johan Kumana with a beautiful goal, and we got a kickoff highlight just before the stroke of half-time. Tolza, Tugay got options ahead of him. Rosso's keeping him company as well as Alonso. Now trying to bring through Caneros, looking for Rojas, who's put the ball in the net already. It was offside. Lopez, though, I think he was offside as well. The referee's going to have a look at it. I think he might have been. I'm not sure. He's going to get the goal. Okay. I thought he might have been just ahead of the ball, but I think he was just behind it. Jimenez Rojas, I thought he was going to shoot here. Decided to just palm it off to Lopez. Completely unmarked. No one tracked his run into the middle. We're not even going to get the lines. I mean, guys, if you're going to show me an offside, you got to show me the lines. I need to see the lines. It's halftime. I'm going to shout at the players. They need to do better. We need to actually look if there's I don't think there's a away goal rule in this one. If there won't be in the Libertadores Cup, it shouldn't be in this one, right? Johan Kumana, Alonso, Leonardo, going to cut in front, taking the pot shot there, got saved, and now we're on the counter-attack. Kumana easily wins that back from Rojas. Fernandez. Lucas Minero. Moreira, good ball across to Gonzalez. Plays across to Minero. Back to Gonzalez. Takes the long-range effort. And Ray makes the save. Moreira with the corner now. Near post, not good enough corner from Moreira. Needs to get more elevation. You need to get him elevation on that one. You really need to oomph it up, you know? Very poor on his side when it comes to that. We've been doing well, actually. You know, we haven't been doing too bad. Expecting a little bit more of some results. We are going to make a little bit of swaps. Alonso is battered and bruised out there. I am going to bring on Skunka to play on the left-hand side. Elsewhere, I mean, Minero hasn't played great. We'll bring on Larzabal to play in there. And you know what? Gonzalez, he had a good run. Darius come in there. Darius is the type of playmaker that we love to see. We got Fernandez now to Skunka. Back to Fernandez. Guzman now looking for options. Being pressed a little bit nicely from the Independiente team. Moreira tried to sneak it in. I don't know if he was trying to shoot and hopefully the keeper parried it in or looking for Severa in the box. Darius will play short to Moreira. Goes back to Larzabal, back to Darius. Try to find Silvera on the penalty spot there. Couldn't get the ball in. And the subs are making a bit of an impact at the moment and not in the positive way like was hoping, because Larzabal just got easily dispossessed there. Guzman pulled his man down. That's going to be a second yellow. He's sent off. I'm going to bring on Paulo Ferreira and sacrifice Moreira. We have to. We just have to. Don't have much of a choice at the moment. So we're going to play the last 20 minutes with 10 men. Independiente. Tolosa looking for the header. Cleared off the line initially. It went to Aaron Costa. Questions over. Was he fractionally offside? The linesman didn't raise his flag. I don't think he was offside. It's a goal. It's 3-2 now. They've taken advantage of the extra man. It actually looked like Larzabal actually just volleyed it into the back of the net, to be honest, from this angle. But yeah, that's interesting. They've given the ball away. Darius now has Silvera with him. He's got bodies ahead, but they're pulling it back. Not overcommitting, I guess. Kamana looking for Silvera. And that's his 44th goal of the season. We've equalized with 10 men. 3-3 now. Independiente looking a little bit worse for wear on those counter-attacks. Johan Kumana gets inside the box. A good cross to Silveira. He had one thing on his mind when he took that shot, and that was smash it into the back of the net. So much so that it looked like Ray even jumped, like ducked under it, so he doesn't get hit in the face with the ball, because that's how solid he hit that ball. Ray now. It looks like they're going to a more wide attack now, trying to exploit an extra man. Lopez gives away to Skunka. Fernandez. Is there going to be late drama in this game? Fernandez is thinking so. He's giving the ball away and out of position. Lopez with the effort. And Rodriguez gets a hand to it to pull it away for a corner. They've already scored 2 from us against corners. They really are utilizing their set pieces. Independiente looking for someone in the box. Lopez launches it in there. I think it came off one of our players. I wanted to say Ortiz got a hand to it, but I think it was actually off one of our own. Well, obviously it was because it's the corner. Lopez looking for options. Bobbling around in the box. Tippling around. Federico's header goes wide. I feel like that might be the last bit of play in this game. No. We're going to have another corner. Martinez looking for it. Cleared from the mess in the box. Guy trying to bring it back in. Martinez. We got the initial header in, and his shot goes over. Football Manager, we're going to end the game now? We are going to end the game now. All right. It is 3-3. We've got the second leg to come. We're not going to have Guzman for that game, but it's all to play for in the Super Copa America. This is an opportunity to book our spot in that final. We'll see you guys in a bit. We are back for the Independiente game, second leg. We did win our mid-game 2-0 against Dunibo, which was nice. Some team news for this one. Guzman and Rosso are both suspended for this game, which means Heina and Ferreira will come into the squad. Fernandez returns, and Ryan is back in the squad playing on that left-hand side. The up front is exactly the same that started last game. I was considering maybe starting Darius ahead of Gonzalez. You know what? Actually, I'm going to do that. I'm going to start Darius ahead of Gonzalez. I feel like Darius is a much better, more rounded player than Gonzalez at the moment. So we'll go with him. The rest of the team is the same. Let's go. We are currently drawing in this one. So whatever the result is, we need a victory. That's all that matters in this one. I have had a look at them. Away goals mean nothing. We can just actually confirm that quickly. Here we go. Penalty shootout if scores are level after 90 minutes. Or we should actually go to the semi-final. Click on that. So there you go. That's what it says. There's nothing about away goals or anything like that. So, yeah, after 90 minutes, they go to shootout. So let's see how we do. We've got to win this game, and that's what we've got to do. And there is a kickoff highlights to just really just get us going. Hey, Darius now looking for options. Ferreira. Cross to Darius. Ferreira has had to do that step up. One of the youngsters coming through. Leonardo to Alonso. Good cross in. Silveira. 27 seconds. That's a goal. Come on. That is an absolute worldie of a goal. You cannot take that away from Silveira. 27 seconds in. It's going to count, baby. It's going to absolutely count. 27 seconds. That's all Silveira needed. That's all Alonso needed to get that space. Beautiful cut back in. Silveira leaps higher than every other salmon in the world and puts that in the back of the net. Stayed onside, just behind the ball. And a beautiful finish. Ray couldn't get to it. That's advantage to us as it stands. 1-0 very early on. 27 seconds. I'm going to keep saying that. 27. That must be a record. At least close to the record, if not the record. Like I said, we want to obviously go in further in this tournament. We want to go to the finals. I want to take on Boca or Botafogo. One of the two. They've got to throw in now. Ortiz going to Tolosa, who caused a bunch of problems for us in the first leg. Here he is again. Tolosa with the shot. Rodriguez makes the save. They've got another highlight now. We're going to probably soak up a lot of pressure in this game. Veloza looks for Mattia, who scored their first goal in the first leg. Rojas, who also scored a goal in their leg. Gay Quinoez goes for the long-range effort, hits it over the top. Doesn't bother the team too much. Ferreira looking for options. Finds Hayer. Hayer brings it forward to Darius. Trying to bring in Morea to there. It wasn't the best pass from Darius, though. And we need to see a little bit more from him. I want him to justify that he is the better option. Rojas is through on goal. Rojas with the shot to try to chip Rodriguez. Rodriguez had that covered. Ryan with the throw in now. Morea. Lucas Monero finds Silveira. Back to Morea. Pereira finds Hainer. Darius goes for the long-range effort. Finds Silveira. Whew. If that had gone in, that would have been goal of the century contender. That was the control on that volley was brilliant. It was ever so close. And the header now. Ferreira's made a mistake. It's let Rojas through. Takes the long-range effort. And Rodriguez goal. Not worried at all by that one. It's been a very action-packed first half. 26 minutes in. And I haven't had actually a chance to even take a breath. Alonso brings it back to Fernandez. Lucas Monero. Back all the way to Rodriguez. Back to Fernandez. Leonardo. Good ball across to Alonso. Trying to find Silveira. Nice playing here, actually. Darius has some space on that wing. Brings it in. Takes the shot. Why did you shoot, Darius? Why did you shoot? You had Morea in the box. You had Silveira arriving late. And you went for a shot. Here he is again with the corner. Looking for Monero. Brings it back. No one on the back post. Back to Monero. Back to Darius. And then he goes all the way back to Ryan. He's going to try and bring it back in. Ryan again. Back from his long-term injury. Fernandez. Pereira. Good ball to Hainer. He gives it away. Wins it back, though, in a good position. Lucas Monero. Leonardo. Why don't you want to... Just someone shoot. What are we doing? Alonso. You will take the shot, and he hits it over. I mean, Monero and Leonardo both had good opportunities to take the shot. They're just very unselfish Brazilians, Leonardo and Monero. Yeah. Corner now. Alonso looking for Fernandez. Ray gets a hand to it. Wasn't convincing save. But they managed to clear their lines. Second attempt now. Darius coming for this one with the outswinger. Goes short to Morea. Goes for the cross. Lopez was there to clear. Ryan will recycle. No, he won't. Well, he does, but we don't see it. So far, so good for the club. Been a pretty much even Stevens match. And one that's keeping me a little bit on my toes. I won't lie. Well, 5 minutes into the second half, and we've got an injury. Paulo Ferreira. Groin injury. It does mean Julio Rivero will come on there. I don't want to trust Javier Mendez. He's the only other option we have. But Rivero will come in there. He's actually played alright, Rivero. Ferreira's been a little bit better, in my opinion. But Rivero does play more predominantly on the left-hand side where Fernandez plays. But Fernandez is not good on the right. So I'd rather go with Rivero on the right. 64, 5 minutes in. We're going to make some swaps. Second half has been a bit quiet. You can see I'm even yawning. That's how bad it is. Monero on a yellow makes me a bit worried. I think he might even miss now the finals, though. I just realized that. Where's Larzabal? We'll bring on Larzabal for that one. Also, Morea has been absolutely pathetic. We'll bring on Gonzalez there. We'll move Darius to the center attacking midfield role. Elsewhere, I'm going to take Leonardo for Perez as well. The rest of the team is looking pretty good. We'll just get some fresh legs in that midfield battle. It's been very much a midfield type of match today. Nothing else really in the essence. I don't know why we haven't exploited the wings as much. And I think I've got the tactic on. Did I? I mean, we generally play wide. Yeah. Don't know. Anyway, we've got a throw in. Been bowling around. Ruiz will bring it out for them. Sele brings it forward. Silveira wins it back. Ryan brings it forward now. Alonso trying to find Darius. Gets his way across to Larzabal, who gives it away, but Costa gives it away again. Hainer to Larzabal. Good ball through for Darius. He's got Silvera in the box. Silvera makes it his 46th goal. That is 2-0. That is not offside. There is no way you can call that. Ball was cut back so far. Like, there's no way that, like, I don't even know why VAR even bothered looking at. Unless they think Darius was offside, which they didn't. They literally thought Silvera was. I mean, you can literally see how far that ball came back for that goal. I don't even know why there was an offside rule for that. And they're even going to give us the line. No, they're not going to even give us. That's how they knew they had messed that one up. It's 2-0. It looks like we might have 1 foot in the final. And judging by that scoreline, 4-2, I think we might be facing Boca Juniors in the finals of the Sudamerica. There we go. Beating Independiente 2-0. Congratulations, boys. That was fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. Love to see it. Get into the finals. Ferreira, how long are you out for? 4 to 5 weeks. It's bad. You're out for the season. We are taking Botafogo. How much did they win in the first leg? They won 4-2. Ended 4-4. Hectic. They scored in the 90th and 85th minute. Look at this. Actually, just look at this game quickly. 4-4, right? First goal was scored in the 73rd minute. Second goal was scored in the 1-1 75th minute. Then 2-1 Botafogo. Then it was 2-2, 3-2, 4-2, 4-3, 4 in the 90th minute, 4-4. Absolutely crazy. And they beat Boca in the first round. So we are taking on Botafogo in the finals of the Suda Copa America. That will probably be our next video, guys. And hopefully alongside the Uruguayan finals as well. We'll do that. Botafogo currently sitting 7th in the Brazilian League. They've got a couple more games. They're just outside the top 6. Not a bad team. We've got to beat them. I have a little bit of football to play. We've got 3 more league games left. So I probably won't come back for the celebration of the league. I might actually, we can maybe come back and then just come back to the game. I'll see how we feel. But that's how it's going to happen on the next episode. Well, there you have it, folks. We are going to the finals of the Sudamericana. Hopefully, we can join that with the Uruguayan Cup final and pick up a domestic treble. I suppose I want to say treble, but it's not the Libertadores, which is the one we really, really want. But it's a treble nonetheless. My hair's looking all weird today, isn't it? Anyway, hope you guys are enjoying the videos. Hit subscribe, tell your parents, grandparents, lovers, and haters to join in on the fun right here on the Van Snap channel. Huge thank you to all of those that have already done so. Your boy, the Van Snap, is out of here. Peace. Chicken grease.